Hey there, and welcome back to Adamantian Gaming. Today we're going to be taking a look at a team of Abomasnow, Magmortar, and Gastrodon. This is not a team that I would recommend for climbing ranks, but if you're looking for a bit of fun, it's spicy, it's worth trying out. In particular, Magmortar. When it works, it feels really good. Anyways, let's get into the battles.
So in this first battle, we see a great lead against Bronzong. The opponent does switch out, knowing that Gastrodon is going to run a number over it, and I make a mistake. The opponent switches into their Honchkrow, and I switch into my Magmortar, panic swap. Anyways, forced to shield at the Dark Pulse, get to some fire punches, overcharge a little bit, and we'll throw this fire punch out. The opponent does decide to shield as well, and unfortunately we fall just short of that second fire punch, and we're gonna have to let my Mortar take this one, and it does kill. He's a squishy boy. Anyways, switching into Abomasnow like I should have done in the first place, and managing to farm all the way down to leave with a good chunk of energy for the next Pokemon that comes in. Bronzong comes back, and we're going straight for the energy ball. Seeing if we can get that defense drop. We don't, but it does do a nice chunk of damage, and in comes Gastrodon again to continue farming down. We're going to commit the shield here, because Bronzong will hit pretty hard on Gastrodon. It won't kill, but we want to keep some of that health. And the opponent has an Empoleon in the back, so they're double weak to Gastrodon. That's something that's fairly common in the Sinnoh Cup from what I've seen. Try and force the shield with this Earth Power, and we do, and back to farming down. Gastrodon's done a nice chunk of damage, but unfortunately we have no shields left to protect them, so it's going to be all up to Abomasnow from this point. Can we reach the energy ball? Yes, we can. And they should be taking out the Empoleon, no problem. And now it's a case of if we could reach the weather ball or not. And yes, we can. Abomasnow is going to take this game. Well played, opponent. GG. So yeah, these battles, it was really difficult to get consecutive wins, so they're not in any particular order. It's just random wins that I managed to get after playing for a day. Some of the better games that I had. It's a fun team to play, but it's just not the best for climbing ranks. It's not consistent enough. Alright, Pokematrix. Let's see what you've got, sir. Gastrodon into Munchlax. It's a fairly neutral lead. We'll stay in here to farm down a little bit. Mud Slap doing huge damage, but the Lick keeping up with it pretty well, if not slightly more. Throw the Earth Power and try and force a shield. That would be nice at this point. But the opponent decides to let it go. We are going to shield up though, because we want to preserve the health of Gastrodon, knowing how valuable it is in the Sinnoh Cup. A lot of teams are running things that are weak to it, and we're going to switch to Magmortar and get ahead on energy. Now, does the opponent know about the Thunderbolt, is the question. Or do they think they've landed quite a safe swap here? And they don't know. Almost one-shots the Drifblim, and we're not quite able to farm down before they throw out this Icy Wind. But that's Magmortar more than done its job at this point. Farming down no problem, and back in comes the Munchlax. And we're going to throw this Fire Punch so that the Munchlax isn't able to throw a Body Slam. And I do let it go. And in comes the Drapion. We are able to reach another Fire Punch, which is very useful damage in this fight. And they do decide to shield, so that's very handy. And it's a good thing we preserved the Gastrodon earlier. Like I said, every team has something this week. 2 Gastrodon, at least 1 Pokemon. And we're trying to catch an Abomasnow, do successfully catch. So we'll be able to save some more of Gastrodon's health for later. And we're going to try and just spam out some Weather Balls here. Just do as much damage as we can. And then Gastrodon should be able to come in and just finish it off, no problem. Alright, so the first weather ball coming out. And they do shield again. Perfect. We're going to let this go, because we're already fairly low, and I'm pretty certain that Gastrodon with a shield at this point can finish off the Drapion no problem. One slapping all the way down, and we'll just shield this in case it's a crunch, because that would put us low if not kill us. And it's just an Aqua Tail. Gastrodon takes the game. GG. So yeah, Gastrodon putting in some work, but Magmortar getting a Thunderbolt and a Driftbloom there was pretty nice. Basically one-shotting it. Surprise attack. Right, next battle. We see Gastrodon go up against Electivire, and that's a nice start again. Huge damage with the Mud Slap, and the opponent swaps into a Bronzong. God knows what they're thinking. That is not a very good swap. We'll go straight for the Earth Power. Try and force one of their shields. But the opponent lets it go. And they see the writing on the wall, as some Pokemon Go YouTubers say. And that's GG. Alright, next battle. Gastrodon against Empoleon, yet another positive lead. I know they're not in any order, but you do see it a lot. And the opponent switches out with 4 waterfalls, was that? And we're going to swap into our Abomasnow to counter their Driftbloom. Trying to go straight for the Weather Ball, but they do outspeed us. And we're going to shield it in case it's a Shadow Ball, which it is. Good shield. Overfarm a little bit and go for another Weather Ball. We'll get 2 saved up at this point, so we'll probably throw both out if they shield the first one. They do, and we'll go straight for the next Weather Ball. See if we can't take both of their shields at this point. But we can, and that puts us in a very good position, or slightly ahead position. The opponent's going to throw, and we're going to shield, and it is another Shadow Ball. So again, another great shield. But that does mean the rest of this game is going to be shieldless. We can't successfully farm all the way down and hope this is an Icy Wind. It is. So we can survive. We leave here with 2 Weather Balls, was it? But we're going to save it for later and go back into Gastrodon and the Toxicroak, but then they quickly swap into the Empoleon and they're going to throw the White Hydro Cannon straight away. And it should be taking out the Gastrodon, which it does. Now it's on Magmortar to close this game out for us. It's able to Karate Chop down the Empoleon and get to the Fire Punch successfully. The opponent has no shield, and that's huge damage on the Toxicroak. We are going to be going down to a Mud Bomb here, unfortunately. And it's on Abomasnow to close this one out. We saved the Weather Ball from earlier, and that is a GG. So yeah, I like the Sinnoh Cup. I'm glad it was here. It would be a shame to see it go. Alright, on with the next battle. What have we got? Talk 1992. Gastrodon against Driftbloom. Not what we want to see, so we're going to switch straight away into Abomasnow and start farming down. The opponent makes a hard counter swap with their Toxicroak, but we're going to be able to apply some shield pressure with these Weather Balls. The opponent lets the first one through, and we're able to get to the second one. We will be shielding this one up, and probably farming us down at this point. Yep. We're going to come in and try and snipe with Gastrodon here. We know we're pretty safe from all of his attacks. Dynamic Punch will hurt us, but it won't kill us at this point. So we're going to let this go. And it's just a mud bomb anyway, so we should easily farm it down here. Yep. And in comes the Drifloon again. Letting it go, praying it was an icy wind, and I swap into Magmortar versus the Drapion. We decided to overcharge a little bit, and the opponent does therefore get to their move first, and it will be an Aqua Tail. But we should be able to get the 2 Fire Punches here and put on some serious pressure. The first Fire Punch gets through, and the second one, the opponent doesn't manage to sneak an attack through, which is very nice. And they do commit their last shield for that Fire Punch, and we're so close to a Fire Punch, we're going to keep be using that shield. Hopefully we can get there. And finish off the Drapion. Now it's on the Drifloon, so we're going to charge as much as we dare and then swap into Gastrodon. We need to get to that Thunderbolt if we're going to win this game. Icy Wind perfectly does take out the Gastrodon, and because of this, we're going to be able to get to the Thunderbolt. And we saw what happens to Drifloons against Magmortar before. One shot. And that's a GG. So yeah, Magmortar's Thunderbolt, it's a spicy little move. It does catch people off guard from time to time. It's just that you're not in enough situations where that actually happens. Thanks for watching.